Good afternoon and welcome to Maple Zone Sports Institute, where the weather is 60 degrees and the wind is blowing at 22 miles per hour. My name is Jack McGuire and I am here with Oliver Gomez, and we will be taking you live on Bob Long Sports for a semifinal matchup of the PCL baseball playoffs between the Monsignor Bonner Friars in green and the LaSalle College High School Explorers in white. Bonner's coming off a big 5-3 upset win against the Father Judge Crusaders in their quarterfinal matchup, while LaSalle is coming off a 6-2 win against the Devon Prep Tide. Both teams earned themselves first-round byes due to their performances in the regular season, with Bonner clinching themselves the 6th seed and LaSalle clinching themselves the 1 seed. The winner of this game will face the winner of the other semifinal matchup on Saturday, May 24th at Widener University. The other semifinal matchup is between the Archbishop Wood Vikings and the Archbishop Ryan Raiders. That game is starting right now on the field next to us. To make it to the semifinals, Wood took down the St. Joseph Prep Hawks in their quarterfinal matchup 7-1, and Ryan had a big upset win against the Conwell Egan Eagles that ended in a score of 4-1. On the mound today for the Friars, we have the righty Johnny Ortega, who thus far this year has a 2-3 record along with a 2.60 ERA. He has pitched 35 innings, letting up 23 hits, 23 total runs, 13 earned runs, 19 walks, and 2 home runs. He has struck out 34 and has faced 165 total batters, with 136 of those batters being recorded at bats. On the mound for the Explorers, we have the righty, Declan Cawley, who thus far has a 5-1 record, along with a 2.08 ERA. He has pitched 30 and a third innings, letting up 22 hits, 11 total runs, 9 earned runs, 9 walks, and 1 home run. He has struck out 52 and has faced 125 total batters, with 113 of those batters being recorded at bats. The first time these two teams faced off was in the regular season at Bonner. LaSalle took that game 5-4, and it should be another great one here today. Once again, Jack on the color and Oliver on the play-by-play here, taking you live on Bob Long Sports for a semifinal matchup of the PCL baseball playoffs between the Monsignor Bonner Friars and the LaSalle College High School Explorers. We will be back shortly with the starting lineups.
Hey everybody, welcome back to MSI, just outside of Chester, Pennsylvania for the PCL semifinal. LaSalle College High School versus Bonner Prendergast in front of us. Archbishop Wood, Archbishop Bryan right behind us. Jack, get us with the starting lineups.
Yeah, and real quick before we move on with our starting lineups, it is important to mention that Eamon Chandler will not be playing today for LaSalle as he suffered a hamstring injury against Devon Prep. This is a major concern for LaSalle as he is one of their key players as well as a leader. Eamon is supposed to play baseball at Virginia Tech next year, and it would be a shame for this injury to impact his future career in baseball. LaSalle is going to need to find a way to push through the absence of Chandler and find a way to win this game. With that being said, here are the starting lineups for today's game. First for the Friars. Batting first, number 12, at shortstop, Sergio Hernandez. Batting second, number 6, out in left field, Michael Coleman. Batting third, number 10, out in right field, Ryan Friel. Batting fourth, number 0, at first base, Gavin DeRita. Batting fifth, number 7, at third base, Jack Redding. Batting sixth, number 27, out in center field, Owen Lockhart. Batting seventh, number 34, behind the plate, Cole Romano. Batting eighth, number 17, at second base, Joey Graziani. And batting ninth, number 1, the designated hitter, Jack Brown. Pitching for the Friars today, number 13, Johnny Ortega. And now for the Explorers. Batting first, number 5, out in center field, Dan Murray. Batting second, number 26, at first base, Bryson Clark. Batting third, number 20, out in right field, Caden Schmidt. Batting fourth, number 15, behind the plate, Luke Borgman. Batting fifth, number 27, at third base, Andrew Boganski. Batting sixth, number 1, the shortstop, Matt Mullen. Batting seventh, number 12, the designated hitter, Keegan Wade. Batting eighth, number 19, the left fielder, Matt Wombold. And batting ninth, number 10, the second baseman, Ronnie Raby. Pitching for the Explorers, we have number 8, Declan Cawley.
And a lot of interesting points to hit for this LaSalle lineup. Obviously, like Jack just mentioned, Eamon Chandler being out. They're going to put Bryson Clark at first base, who has been solid over there. He's been also really solid at the plate for LaSalle. Matt Wombold's going to get a little more time than he would normally. Because of that, he'll be in left field today. He's also been really good. And then with the pitching, this game, again, was supposed to be on Wednesday afternoon, but that one got moved because of the rain. And there was a little bit of question for LaSalle, at least, on who was going to start, if Chris Cavalcante was going to come in and pitch back-to-back playoff games, but they decided to go with Declan Cawley. So you can expect Declan for as long as he can go in this game, and then expect Jack Pye to come out the pen if necessary. But it's going to be a great game. We'll be back in a few minutes for first pitch. Welcome back, everybody, and we are just about ready to go. Coach Werman and Coach DeBarbery breaking it up from the home plate meeting. LaSalle and Bonner in front of us, Wood and Ryan behind us. Those games will be happening at the same time. We'll try to get updates on that other game as they come along. But we are almost ready to go. LaSalle in their huddle right about now, as we await Declan Cawley coming out throwing his warm-up pitches. Like Jack said, the open wind is blowing hard. It's blowing left to right, so right field line's really going to have to watch out. Wouldn't be shocked to see outfielders shaded that way. Upwards, again, as Jack said, of 22 miles an hour. So definitely going to be a factor here today for both games.
And I'm anxious to see how LaSalle bounces back from Eamon Chandler's injury, but it seems that they're going to do fine, and with all the energy they're bringing right now. And Oliver, we've mentioned in our past broadcasts that last year they just came short in their state championship game. They are really anxious to get back there, and they are fired up, ready to go today.
It's going to be loud in this broadcast between the wind, between two sets of fans. We are right in the middle of everything, so it's going to be a great atmosphere for baseball as Declan Cawley takes the mound for his warm-up pitches. And something, Jack, that you mentioned in the open, I believe I heard it right. It was 23, or for Ortega, 23 runs in the season, 13 of them earned. And that just showing that Bonner's defense has been a little sloppy. So you can't give LaSalle those opportunities. They're aggressive on the base pass, as we've seen. So you make sure you got to make your outs outs, I think is where I'm going with this. But make sure you're not making errors. Keep LaSalle off the base paths as much as you can. Make them earn their base runners. Make them earn their runs, because their offense is really solid, even without Eamon Chandler.
Yeah, and especially because you just said that their offense is really solid, but they have been going through a little rough times getting the barrel to the ball and putting it in play. They've had some difficulty with that recently. So Bonner, that's just even more reason for Bonner not to let them.
Yeah, big game. Putting up 6 runs against Devon Prep. Really solid offensive day. Ronnie Raby hit a home run to center field in that game. That one was on Ward. And last couple pitches from Declan Cawley, and we are going to be ready to go. It'll be Sergio Hernandez leading us off. Bonner dugout to our left. They're making themselves heard before this game even starts. LaSalle meets at the mound. Hernandez shakes hands with Borgman behind the plate. And we are just about ready to go. From MSI outside of Chester, Pennsylvania. Let's get started. Cawley from the windup. Strike one. Right back to it, 0-1 pitch. Strike two, fastballs down the middle.
And the LaSalle dugout is loving it already.
The 0-2. That one's downstairs, went with another fastball. One-two pitch. Called, third strike right down the middle. Hernandez doesn't like it. One down in the top of the first.
Cawley threw 2 straight fastballs down the middle, went with the off speed, didn't get him, and then went straight back to the fastball. Got him
Coleman.
looking.
First pitch is up and in, another fastball. Hernandez walking back to the dugout, voicing his complaints with the umpire. The pitch looked pretty good, though. 1-0 is downstairs as well, 2-0. Downstairs again. Cawley. Trouble locating the fastball in the second at-bat here. Had really good command against Hernandez. Quickly back to it. That one's downstairs. That not ball 4?
I believe he called the first one a
He
strike.
called the first one a strike then. Wow, that was not a good call then. So it's going to be 3-1. That one's outside, so Coleman, an extra pitch for the walk, but he'll be on first nonetheless. And it's going to be Ryan Friel.
Cawley trying to bounce back from that at-bat. Just got to flush it.
Ryan Friel, the first lefty Colley will have to face today. Coleman off of first. Foul tip. 0-1. I really hope it sounds on the broadcast as good as it does. I mean, it is electric right here for both sides of these games.
All 4 teams are making so much noise, I don't even know where it's coming from.
Swing and a miss, fastball by your barrel, 0-2. From the stretch. Center field. Murray lets it drop. And an 0-2 base hit. First and second, 1 out. And Murray playing straightaway center field. If not, he was a little shaded towards left center. Interesting with the lefty up, especially with the way the wind's blowing. But nonetheless, Bonner's got something cooking. And it's Gavin Dorita with the first RBI opportunity of the game. Colley finds himself in a little bit of a jam early. First pitch. Foul tip. 0-1. And since Hernandez goes down looking, since the walk, both players have swung early and often, recognizing that Colley wants to lead with his fastball.
And Dorita's batting .304 this season. Pretty good year so far.
Swing and a miss. Colley back up 0-2. And we've only seen 1 or 2 off-speed pitches. Just trying to out-muscle Bonner Prendergast right now, as Dorita called time, taking next second to get into the box. Now he's ready to go.
And Dorita has 17 hits on the year, looking to make it 18, hopefully driving a run.
0-2. Colley ready. Low and in. Another fastball, didn't get him to bite.
And he also has 3 doubles. A 4th double here would potentially score both runners on base.
Mullen steps in to check on Coleman. Colley not even looking that way, worrying about the batter. Fly ball right field. Back goes Schmidt at the track, at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Gavin Dorita, and it's 3-0 Bonner.
Forget about doubles. He completely crushed that one. No doubt about it.
And we'll get a good view of this. Bonner Prendergast. Just like that, up by 3. LaSalle took down Bonner earlier this year in the regular season. That was at Bonner. That was actually Jack Pye pitching that game. First pitch is up high, and since the strikeout to lead him off, Bonner has been all over Declan Colley. 2-0. Colley moving at his rhythm, trying to make sure Bonner keeps himself sped up. That's high and away. He's got to slow himself down here. Wouldn't be shocked to see Coach Werman go out there if Redding finds his way on base. 3-0 is in there for a strike. This is a big at-bat here. That's Colley trying to bounce back after a home run. That one's there as well. Redding started his walk towards first, but that one 100% a strike.
And Redding is not going to get a close call here after disobeying the umpire's call, trying to run down to first.
Popped up right side, out of play. Full count. Bounces away. Ball 4. Coach Werman electing to let his guy pitch as he worked himself back into that count. And here's Owen Lockhart with a runner on. Oh, no, now here comes Coach Werman. 3-0 Bonner. 1 out in the top of the first.
Jack Pye goes out to the mound in the bullpen. And so does Chris Cavalcante. Arguably the 2 best pitchers for LaSalle. Warming up. potentially coming into relief earlier than expected.
But boy, has Declan Cawley been good this year, the Fordham commit. And he's leading with his fastball, and Bonner has reacted very well. Sergio Hernandez down on strikes looking to start the game. Must have given the dugout some sort of intel to help them out picking up that fastball, because boy, they have been all over it.
And Gavin Lockhart's coming up to the plate. He's played in all 21 games, even though his batting average is only .262. Bonner's coach must have a bunch of confidence in him.
Another lefty for Cawley, runner off of first. First pitch, check swing, fouled it off.
But he does have 16 hits, along with 12 RBIs.
Redding walked his way onto first base. And Lockhart trying to keep this rally going. Cawley checks back, comes set. 0-1. On the outside corner, 0-2.
Redding leads off first.
0-2. And a call, third strike, right back at you. Slider falling into the zone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. So Owen Lockhart, and a big bounce back out for Declan Cawley.
Cole Romano, the catcher.
Cole Romano calling time to tie his shoe. Redding on first base. In a shocking first inning.
And Oliver, in the bottom of this first inning, when LaSalle comes up to bat, you'll see Romano, the catcher, who's up to plate now, wearing an AirPod in his ear like we've seen before.
First pitch, swinging again, foul back.
The high school version of the pitch comp.
And Declan Cawley making it clear he wants to lead with his fastball. Bonner swung at now just about every first pitch because they know a fastball's coming, and Cawley not coming away from it, but that really does set him up well for if he wants to get ahead of somebody to roll a slider out. That one's hit pretty well to left center. That one's going to split the gap. Heads to the wall, run around second. Here comes Redding. He's rounding third. He's going to score. Throw goes toward third. He is out. And the inning is over. That run will count, I believe. But the runner is out at third. 4 runs. We're headed to the bottom of the first. LaSalle got to respond. Welcome back to MSI, and would you believe it? It's 4-0 Bonner in the bottom of the first. Dan Murray going to be the first to greet Johnny Ortega in what is already a huge inning. If Ortega can get through and hang a 0 here, get that offense back in against Cawley, that would be absolutely huge. Ortega's set. Dan Murray the first to greet him. He's a lefty. First pitch. Up high and away.
And Dan Murray, as soon as he gets on base, when he does, if he does, he is a threat on the base pass at all times, always looking to steal bases.
1-0. Ortega. Little outside. What you definitely can't do is give this LaSalle offense free passes. Got to throw strikes because they're going to put pressure on your defense, especially when they need to chip back at this lead. That one's outside as well, 3-0. Release points a little early for Ortega. All three have missed, either outside or high and away. And a 3-0. Down.
All right, Dan, way to lead us full.
Ball 4. Dan finds himself on first base.
And kind of opposite starts. Declan Cawley started off the game really well with a strikeout, but then let up 4 runs. Ortega lets up a walk to start the game. Let's see if he can now bounce back.
Let's see. Murray short lead off of first. Schmidt flies one. Foul. No clue where that ball went, actually.
And you usually see Bryson Clark DHing for the pitcher, but today, because of Eamon's injury, he's at first.
Yep, he's at first. He'll hit second. And he's protected by Caden Schmidt, the PCL MVP. Down. And Ortega, his miss is just now working around the zone. First pitch of the game was way high and away, but he's worked himself back close. And he'll definitely be able to make an adjustment, find these strikes, because these past couple pitches have just been really close, just off the plate. 1-1. Murray starts and stops. And Romano had to get away, but no advance, so it's 2-1. Starts, stops again. Popped foul. And I really can't see where these balls are going once they get up in the air. Very cloudy now as dark clouds roll over this game. But it's 2-2.
Dan Murray's trying to time up Ortega.
High and away, full count.
Full count.
Bryson Clark trying to move Dan Murray over at least. Foul back. Hit something back here.
Bryson Clark takes his time, gets back in the box.
3-2, Dan Murray off of first. Foul back again. Someone's got a heads up. Oh, no. It is close quarters. There's an alleyway between both fields.
That's
Clark
where
hit
we
this
are.
one. That's where we are. We're right in the smack dab middle of it. It hit the light pole next to us and bounced into this alleyway. We'll do another 3-2. Left field foul again. That one's going to head onto the other game. And Bryson putting together a really good at-bat.
and the Wood outfielder has to call time.
Yeah, that's something that honestly might be an issue when you play these games like this, is you're going to have balls flying left and right. Check back. Murray back easily.
Smart move by Ortega, just making sure Dan Murray's not lost over there.
Because he's been able to really time up Ortega, deciding, not really necessarily trying to get an out, just making sure that Dan knows he's worrying about him. That one's chopped towards second, playing back on it. They'll go to second for one, on to first, not in time. Ball gets away, no advance. So a really good at-bat by Bryson Clark ends in a fielder's choice, as Graziani decided to play back on it, make sure he got the one out, let his shortstop get over. And now it's Caden Schmidt. Coach Werman discussing something with the umpire. I'm not sure. Not sure if it's the out call, because definitely was the right one.
Caden Schmidt, like you mentioned, the PCL MVP coming up now. Still a runner on first. Bryson Clark exchanged with Dan Murray.
First pitch to Schmidt, in there for a strike. Now Ortega finding the zone much better than earlier. Oh, 1. Oh, it hit him. Off-speed pitch slipped out of his hand, and it's Luke Borgman. And guess what? It's the same exact situation. First and second, one out, with the cleanup hitter coming up.
Luke Borgman, who's a stud catcher, also can hit the ball.
Really talented player, been great this year, just a junior. First pitch to him. It's in there for a strike. Borgman thought it was maybe in. Looked pretty good from here. We do have a tough angle for the righties to determine if the pitch was there or not, but it's 0-1. Runners lead off. Outside. Romano nimble on his feet, make sure it gets in front of that one as the sun comes back out.
And although it's highly dangerous with these foul balls going on to the other field, it is a truly amazing atmosphere.
Oh yeah, 100% worth it when all the volume coming from both sides. That one's in there for a strike at the knees. And Borgman yet to take a hack. It's 1-2. And Ortega's got him in a really good spot. One, two. Foul to the right side, and these light poles are getting their money's worth. We'll do another 1-2. Johnny Ortega really taking his time, getting in his rhythm. The pitch. Right side, foul.
Fouls it right to the LaSalle dugout. And now the sun is playing hide and seek with us.
Mostly cloudy, but when that sun comes out, it really warms up. It's behind home plate, directly above. So fly balls might be a little bit of an issue. 1-2. Swing and miss. Ortega really all over Borgman there. 2 down. And here's Andrew Boganski.
Boganski, the third baseman. Cole Romano, the catcher for Bonner, takes time to go out and talk to Ortega. For 4-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. LaSalle trying to get their way.
First pitch to Boganski. Ortega steps off, and this is a huge at-bat when LaSalle, starting, of course, with their top of the lineup. Got to push a run across here, start to chop back into this. First pitch is in there for a strike. As on the other field, Archbishop Bryan hits a home run, I believe. Ortega ready, 0-1. Runners lead off, low and away.
Boganski's ready.
1-1. Ortega from the stretch. That one's headed towards right field. It is caught. And a hard hit out for Andrew Boganski. Friel stays with it, and the inning is over. Ortega works around a couple base runners. We'll be right back for the top of the second. Declan Cawley back out. He will face Joey Graziani to lead off the top of the second. Bonner up 4-0. LaSalle couldn't quite push a run across. First pitch is up and away.
LaSalle left 2 on base.
That one's headed into right field. It is going to drop over the head of Caden Schmidt. Run around second, headed to third, cut off by Raby. Throw is not in time, and a leadoff triple. And boy, that ball just kept on carrying to right. And some more trouble.
And Bonner is doing a great job of reading Declan Cawley's pitches. They're all over him.
Bryson Clark playing a little bit in. And here's Jack Brown. Infield now all the way comes in. Outside. And this guy you got to get. This is the 9 guy for Bonner. That is if you're Declan Cawley. This has to be an out. Downstairs, 2-0. That one's a strike. Really good slider. Jack Brown not ready for it. one's in there as well. Back even.
And although Bonner has gotten a hold of all of Colley's fastballs, Colley's off-speed has worked for him this far.
2-2. Swing and miss. Jack Brown, red fastball was a slider, and a real excuse-me swing. And Sergio Hernandez led off the game with a strikeout.
Hernandez struck out looking in his first at-bat.
Infield stays in. First pitch. That's in there.
And Colley's off-speed is near perfection here.
Yep, and I mentioned it. He was leading with his fastball a lot. Now there, he got the strike with a slider. That one's ripped. Left field. It is caught down the left field line. Here comes the runner. He will score easily, and it's 5-0. So a run for an out as Sergio Hernandez does his job, gets around the slider, hooks it to left. Matt Womble, no chance on that one. And how about this? Chris Cavalcante warming up. That's a strike. Jack and I were discussing this before the game, how LaSalle wants to approach this in terms of bullpen. I thought it'd be Colley and then Pye, but with how this score looks right now, as this one's chopped towards second, Raby gloves, throws the first, and the inning is over. Bonner scores another. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and it's going to be Matt Mullen to lead us off in the bottom of the second.
Matt Mullen this year is batting .264, hit the ball 14 times, scored 12 times, 7 RBIs.
First pitch in the dirt.
Mullen has ripped 2 doubles, and that's exactly what LaSalle needs, either a hit or a walk. They just need to get on base here.
Yeah, got to get that leadoff guy on, especially with Mullen's speed. That one's a strike, 1-1. Fouled. Got a piece of Romano. Coach comes out to check on him.
And as the game goes on, we will try to keep you updated on the Archbishop Wood, Archbishop Ryan score. It is hard here at MSI with there being no scoreboards.
1-2 to Matt Mullen, leading off the bottom of the second. Ortega steps off as looking in the sky as, I guess, a ball coming over from the other side.
That's exactly what it was, another foul ball.
One, two. Yes, he did. And there's one down. Mullen couldn't lay off the slider in the dirt.
Second strikeout of the afternoon from Ortega. As Keegan Wade, who we usually see out in left, DHing today, comes up to bat.
First pitch a little outside. One zero. Taking all the way, it's strike. Caden Schmidt in right field today, or excuse me. Yeah, Caden Schmidt at right field. DHing today. That one's a little outside. Is Keegan Wade DHing. He's ahead. 2-1, really patient in this at-bat thus far. Swing and a miss, out in front. I mean, you knew he was looking fastball there. He got out in front of it.
And as Keegan Wade steps out of the box just to get a breath,
Outside, full count.
Ortega just remained on the mound.
Yeah, he's keeping his timing. Pitched a good first couple batters, so might as well, right? Full count pitch. Fly ball, left field. Coleman puts it away. And there are two down. For Matt Wombold.
Matt Wombold, who is in left.
Quick 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning for Johnny Ortega, who's been really good. And timeout called by Coach Werman. He'll talk to his guy.
How many times can you do that? All right.
It's Coach Werman.
Coach
Calls-
Werman wanted to talk to Wom, and one of Bonner's coaches was not a big fan of it. First pitch. That one's in there.
I believe Bonner's coach thinks that Werman is calling time to talk to his players to mess up Ortega's timing.
Yeah, and he asked the umpire how many times he's allowed to do that. As that one's chopped on the ground. It's going to be a tough play for Ortega. Gloves, fires. Got him. That's a fantastic play by the pitcher coming off the mound. And the inning is over. We're at the top of the third, 5-0 Bonner. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning here. Chris Cavalcante comes in relief of Declan Cawley after Declan Cawley had a rough start, letting up 5 runs. Here is Cawley's final stat line. He let up 4 hits, like I mentioned, 5 runs. All 5 were earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He faced 12 total batters.
Cavalcante coming in, he has been fantastic. .98 ERA in 10 appearances. His record's sitting at 5-1 right now.
And pardon me, Cawley only faced 11 total batters.
And Chris Cavalcante in desperate need of holding this Bonner offense to 5. I'm sure Coach Werman's hoping for the rest of this game.
But even if Cavalcante holds him to 5, LaSalle's offense still needs to perform.
100%. First pitch. Popped up, foul, heads up on the other field. Drops in front of Wood's dugout. Cavalcante ahead 0-1. Right field. Schmidt back to his left. He can't get it on the dive. It hops over the wall. Ground rule double.
And he is now on cycle watch as he singled his first at bat to center and doubled just now to right.
Hard contact for Bonner Prendergast early. Gavin Dorita coming up with another RBI opportunity.
Dorita homered in the first inning. Put Bonner up 3-0.
And Cavalcante now has to work out of a jam. First pitch way out in front. Kicks away from Borgman, no advance. Cavalcante started this at-bat with an off-speed pitch. See what he goes to here.
Cavalcante wearing sunglasses.
0-1. Ground ball right side. That should move the runner over. And a productive out for Bonner. Now you got to bring the infield back in, right?
Yeah, that's the first out.
Yep, here they come. Jack Redding coming up.
Friel on third.
Cavalcante looking ground out, strikeout here.
Redding walked his first at bat when he faced Cawley.
And accordingly, with trying to get a ground out, first pitch is down low. Sure, Redding got to be expecting a lot of breaking stuff down and away from you. There's a fastball down, it's a strike. As Redding swings and misses. Friel off of third, 1-1. That's ripped up the middle of the base hit. And another run for Bonner. That fastball got a little too far up. Friel squares it up at 6-0.
LaSalle's pitching is really struggling here today.
Lockhart squares. Pulls back, chops it, foul.
Lockhart struck out looking at his first at bat when he faced Cauley.
Oh, 1. That one's headed to right. It's going to get down. Station to station. Just out of the reach of Ronnie Raby at second base. And the Old Dominion product, Chris Cavalcante, getting knocked around a little bit in this top of the third. And here comes Coach again. Just could not have seen this coming if you were LaSalle. Expecting a really good game against a really good Bonner team, but they have just been all over both Cauley and Cavalcante.
And Bonner is coming off of that 5-3 upset win against Judge. And it certainly doesn't seem like they were satisfied enough with that. As the mound visit is not breaking up, even though 2 umpires are out there. Finally does.
Catcher Cole Romano. Another RBI opportunity.
As Archbishop Ryan is up 1-0 against Archbishop Wood.
First pitch, way out in front. 0-1.
Romano doubled in his first at bat, tried to advance to make it a triple, but got thrown out on an 8-6-5.
That one did score a run, though. Scored Bonner's 4th of the first inning. LaSalle yet to hang a 0. That one's outside. 1-1. Clark keeping Lockhart on the bag as Cavalcante comes set, the 1-1. Taking his sweet time here. Squares the bunt. Pop foul. Way foul.
He fouled it onto the other field.
He bunted it foul to the other field. Don't know if I've ever seen that. And it's 1-2. Cavalcante looking for his first strikeout of the game, looking for the second out of the inning.
And I'm very confused with this MSI field setup. They have netting above each dugout,
Swing and a miss.
but they don't have any netting right behind home plate.
Yeah. It's true. They have netting on the right side. There's a road, I believe, over the trees. So they have netting all the way down the right field line, but nothing behind the plate or down the left field line. A little bit over the dugouts. But here's Graziani.
Graziani hit a triple to lead off the second inning.
That one bounces in, gets away. It's behind Borgman, and the runners don't advance. Oof, that's a base running mistake. And Lockhart was ready to go on first. He was halfway down the line. Had to throw the brakes on.
Mistake by Redding.
Yep, that's going to 100% should be second and third. But it's 1-0. Force out still available anywhere. Swing and miss out in front. Something Cavalcante can take away from this inning is the off-speed's really working right now. One off his foot. No, it's foul. Borgman put the tag on it. Graziani fouled it off his foot.
Good awareness there by Borgman, just making sure that it wasn't in fair territory. And it looks like Archbishop Ryan is...
It was a double. I don't know if it's an RBI double. We'll see if we can get an update there. But it's 1-2 here. Graziani, line away. Two-two pitch. Staying alive.
And Oliver was not an RBI double.
Just a double.
Just a double.
Gotcha. Game changer, saving our lives right now.
Yeah.
First and second, 2 down. Cavalcante ready with his 2-2 to Graziani. Swing and a miss. Got him in the dirt. And the inning is over. Bonner pushes across another, and a huge inning for this LaSalle offense coming up. We'll be right back. We're back at MSI. Ronnie Raby going to lead off the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 as LaSalle had a quick meeting in their dugout. Coach Werman deciding it was time to talk to his guys as they've got to crawl back from 6-0 down. But guess what? They've been here before. Earlier this year against none other than Father Judge, they came back 6-0. That was down on Bartley on a rainy afternoon. Looking for some more magic. They've got 4 innings to do it. Well, 5, not counting this inning here. That one's downstairs. First pitch is just in. That one was well low. It's 2-0.
Raby is in the lineup for a reason, and that is his ability to make plays in the field. He hasn't been hitting too well this year.
High and in. Which is furthermore why that home run was just that much more shocking. A guy who his average is not great this year. Someone to turn the lineup over. Muscles one out to center field on Ward. Swinging 3-0 and fouls it back. And Romano taking a beating back there. That one was off the pad.
Ronnie Raby is batting 167.
He's up 3-1 though. Good hitters count. Out in front, chops it. Just fouled on the left field line. Ortega works it back full. From 3-0 to 3-2. The pitch. High and in. That's a
pretty sure that was
That
ball
was
4.
just ball 4, I'm going to be honest. But umpire says it's 3-2. That was 100% ball 4. So I guess another pitch unless we completely missed something. Now the 3-2. Oh, it got the umpire. It's ball 4 anyway.
The ball's live.
Yeah, well, they're gonna call time for that. I mean, that one, I don't know if it was a fastball or an off-speed pitch. It got by Romano, and it hit the umpire high on the chest. No contact with a glove, with a bat, with anything.
What happened? Did the catcher just miss it?
I guess maybe they got crossed up. I mean, Romano's out there talking to Ortega, but that's most likely just because it's a stoppage. But I wonder if he got crossed up because Romano just completely missed it.
Now it looks
Umpire's
like the umpire's
up and okay. This is just going to be, call this a mound visit then after the leadoff walk, which is a really good sign. I mean, he was hunched over for a good 20 seconds. But now he looks like he's okay. And Dan Murray, leadoff guy, he found himself on first with a walk in his first AB, trying to get something going.
and anything to get on base here. Put 2 guys on the base pass for Bryson Clark, who's been hitting the ball really well. Exactly what this Explorers team needs.
Ortega looks back. Now
Raby
comes set.
Raby takes a long lead off first.
Ooh. If Ortega had picked a half a second earlier, we would have had him. Because Raby, just to dance a little bit, hopped off and came back towards second base. And luckily, Ortega threw over when Raby was on his way back.
He was mid-air.
Just outside.
And like you said, his little hop, he was mid-air at a point, and
Yep.
if Ortega threw over at that time,
He
he
was
would have been
completely
gone.
hosed. First pitch just a little bit out. Ortega's misses haven't been that bad for the most part. That's a strike. 1-1. Runner on first, nobody out. Dan Murray trying to get something going. Ronnie Raby still dancing over there on first. Popped up left side. Back of the infield. It's caught. Wind must have had its way with it because Coleman came sprinting towards second base from near the left field line.
And did Coleman make that catch?
It was Coleman making the catch, so it would be an F7. Here's Bryson Clark.
Bryson Clark had a great at-bat in the first inning. It ended in a fielder's choice. Grounded out to the second baseman, who flipped it over to the shortstop to get Murray. Clark remained on first. Wasn't able to cross the plate that inning, though.
1-0. Outside. Salle, the at-bats have been pretty good. Just can't push anything across. 2-0 now. Raby has been dancing over there on first the whole time. He hasn't broke yet. That's in there. Good fastball. Clark calls time.
And what's happening is Ortega didn't make eye
Yep.
contact with Clark.
Yeah, Clark was digging in, and Ortega was pretty much ready to go. That's outside. Three and one. Schmidt on deck. (3-1). Ortega deals. Right on it, but it's fouled back. And it's full, and if Ronnie Raby is going to go,
No more dancing.
this might be your time. Wouldn't be shocked to see Ortega check back here. Does not go. Full count. Left side. Foul off the netting.
Clark's ready. Ortega's ready.
3-2. Once again. Outside, ball 4. Catcher calls time. He'll talk to his pitcher. And once again, first and second one out for the PCL MVP, Caden Schmidt.
And this is at least the second or third meeting
Yeah.
that Romano has had with Ortega.
Schmidt hitting a sparkling .439 on the year. It's always so funny looking at the stat page. Jack Pye's 1-for-1 with a single as he hit on senior night. First pitch to Schmidt. Swing and a miss. That one, I was at that senior night game, just 100% an error on the third baseman, but whoever was keeping score was like, no, he's going to get a hit. So he has the best average on the PCL right now with a 1,000. 0-1 to Schmidt. Oh, it got him again. And Schmidt gassing up his dugout.
The bases are loaded. Luke Borgman, a power hitter.
And I know you think, I mean, you know, with the PCL MVP first and second, he's been hit twice in that situation, but obviously it couldn't be any intent there. That one was a slider slipped out of his hand to load the bases, and he had him up 0-1 as well. Well, now the right side of MSI comes back to life. Bases loaded, 1 out. Luke Borgman. Foul back, he's on it. And that one got stuck in the fence. Oh, 0-1. Borgman on deck. Or excuse me, Borgman up, Boganski on deck. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Borgman struck out swinging his first at bat.
Borgman hitting .327. And just watching it, you can tell he really hasn't been comfortable against Ortega today. He's down 0-2. And you just have to score here. No other way to put it. 0-2. Outside. Well done by Romano, keeping in front of him. The backstop isn't that far. Maybe, what would you say, Jack, 15 feet?
About that. Give or take 20.
It is padded directly behind, so it won't have a crazy kick if something were to get back there.
Borgman calls time.
Good time out there. Ortega's really been all over him, trying to throw him off his rhythm. It's 1-2. And now Ortega steps off.
This is why the MLB has added the pitch count and the disengagements rule.
1-2. Now we're ready to go. And a call, third strike at the knees. Borgman down looking. 2 down in the bottom of the third.
Boganski coming up with the bases loaded. He flew out to right in his first at bat.
And he hit it well.
He did. It was right on the line.
Yeah, right on the line. So about in between a fly out and a line out, I'd say. They're loaded, 2 down. Andrew Boganski. First pitch. Way high. Trying to get that slider over. He hasn't commanded it well. He's been really good with the fastball, but can't quite get a feel for the slider, as that's the one he hit Schmidt on. That one just soared way above the zone. Timeout. And Coach Werman discussing with the umpire about something. Brief discussion with the umpire. Not sure what it was about.
And Bonner's coaching staff is not
Not
happy.
Yeah. Coach Werman really likes to call timeout when he has them. Discuss with his guys, discuss with the umpires. But now we're back ready. It's 1-0. Downstairs. 2-0. Ortega ready with his 2-0 pitch. Tick steals. Downstairs, 3-0. Mullen on deck.
Two outs, bases loaded.
3-0 cannot be swinging here.
And I was just about to say Boganski definitely has.
Yeah, the steadiest red light you're ever going to see. They're loaded, 2 down. Cavalcante getting some extra throws in the bullpen as he's been sitting for a minute. And the pitch. That's in there.
And Romano was calling for it right down the middle
Yeah, it's got to get it over.
because everyone in this complex knew Boganski was not swinging there.
Three 3-1 now. Ortega trying to work his way back. Missed. And LaSalle is on the board. And that's it. How about that? That's it from Johnny Ortega. He goes 2 2/3. He'll leave the bases loaded. And a great performance. And they'll bring in Danny Buckton, the southpaw.
Straight change number 8. Straight change for 13. DH stays the same.
Thank you. As the umpire lets us know, it'll be, Danny Buckton relieving Johnny Ortega.
So Johnny Ortega comes out of the game. Danny Buckton in relief. Here's Ortega's final stat line. He goes 2 2/3 innings, let up 0 hits, which is shocking. Did let up a run and an earned run, 4 walks, struck out 3, hit 2 batters, and faced 14 total batters.
And to sort of just say why that's, I mean, Jack and I agree that's shocking. We got the bases loaded right now. There were 2 on in the first inning, and no hits. He's hit Caden Schmidt twice, and he hasn't been all over the place. Like, I would say he pitched a really good outing.
And Oliver, that's exactly what we were talking about before the game. You can't give LaSalle these free base.
Yep. Well, this is huge. Buckton, the southpaw, his first pitch to Matt Mullen, be the first to greet him. That one's ripped left field. It is caught on a line by Michael Coleman, and the inning is over. 1 pitch. That's all she wrote. Mullen hit it on the screws, but the inning is over. LaSalle is on the board. It's 6-1. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th. Welcome back to MSI. Cavalcante back to work.
He will face the 9-hole Jack Brown, as well as the 1-hitter Sergio Hernandez and the 2-hitter Michael Coleman. That's all that's guaranteed for him this inning.
That one's a strike. Borgman had to reach for it on the low and inside part of the plate, but the umpire stuck with it, and Cavalcante gets the call. 0-1. That's in the dirt.
Jack Brown struck out swinging his first at bat.
1-1. Left side, slicing. And it dropped foul. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? We don't have a view down the left field side. That ball must have dropped fair, maybe on the line, and hopped out of bounds, because Brown is standing on second base, so it's going to be likely a ground rule double. The umpire put his arms up, which is the same sign as foul ball, so that's what I thought. But it's a ground rule double.
We couldn't even see who it was hit to.
So the 9-hitter finds himself in scoring position for Sergio Hernandez. Squares. He went. Interesting. Leadoff guy scoring a bunt. Hernandez squares again. Gets it down. It's going to be a tough play. Cavalcante fields. Fires. Dug out by Ravy.
Sacrifice.
And LaSalle still yet to hang a 0 and threaten keeping that continue as runner on third, less than 2 outs. Coleman just trying to put a ball in play.
Coleman walked in the first inning, scored on the home run by Dorita, and in the second inning he grounded out to Raby.
First pitch, that's there for a strike. A 1. Check back. Got him picked off. Coming home. Oh, they're going to call a balk. Wow. Cavalcante called for a balk. Coach Werman getting his money's worth. And it is 7-1. And Coach Werman's got to watch himself. Coach talking to, there are 3 umpires on staff, so talking to the umpire who was responsible for the balk call on Cavalcante.
And he's not going to get this changed.
And, I mean, Cavalcante, he has picked to third throughout the year, and I'll tell you what, he keeps it close. He knows where he needs to be, what the borderline is, and he really does keep it as close as possible. The umpire that time deemed that it was not allowed. So the runner will score. It's 7-1. And it's 0-1 to Michael Coleman. Cavalcante now from the windup. Right field. That run would have scored anyway. Slicing towards the corner. It gets down. Schmidt cuts it off. Throw into second. He is safe as the throw pulls Mullen way off the bag. Coleman finds his way onto second base with 1 out. And here's Ryan Friel.
Ryan Friel, like I said on the cycle watch, needs a triple or a home run here to keep that going. Singled in the first inning to center, doubled in the second inning, the third inning, ground rule double.
Out in front, now it looks like a changeup. Running away from Friel.
That ground rule double was to right field.
Second double of the inning. That was for Bonner Prendergast. Pitch. Nubbed foul towards us. And it's 0-2. Cavalcante shaking off Borgman. He wants his sign. 0-2. Down. Looked like another changeup. Which is a good decision. He had Friel out in front earlier in the at-bat. Tried to extend a little more, see if he gets a chase, but now it's 1-2. Pitch. Up high.
Borgman was calling for it outside.
Throwback kicked off of Cavalcante's glove, but he just goes and grabs it.
Dorita on deck, who hit the home run.
Cavalcante. Ready. Center field. Here comes Mullen. It's going to drop. Rounding third, headed home. Throw is cut off, but threw on the brakes. Did Coleman. He went back to third. And 2 on again for Gavin Dorita. Murray came up firing. It was cut off by Clark. And Coleman would have been absolutely hosed at the plate.
That is his 3rd hit of the day.
And, I mean, this game plan from Bonner Prendergast has been flawless. Attack, attack, attack. They've just been finding everywhere. Ball's been working the gaps well, dropping it in between fielders well. Pitching has been really good. It's a complete game right now for Bonner. That's up high. Cavalcante, the PCL Pitcher of the Year. He's given up 2 in 1/3. He had a very long wait for that bottom of the 3rd. That one's nubbed, left side. That one's going to stay fair. Spinning away from Bogo. Throw home. It gets away. And it's 8-1. That one. And how the game changes, right? Gavin Dorita in the first inning absolutely crushed a 3-run home run, and that one off the end of the bat had a wild spin, spun away from Boganski, and he tried to spin and throw it, got it by Luke Borgman, which caused Friel to go to 3rd. And with only 1 out, still cooking is Bonner. Ooh, Heinen. That one's slider. Pitch. Popped up.
Jack Redding's 1 for 1 with the walk.
Right side. Clark fighting with the fence. It goes foul.
In the 1st inning, he walked. In the 3rd inning, he singled to center.
Just everyone has been tough outs. Putting together good at-bats.
His single to center scored Friel in the 1st.
Reading squares.
Actually, in the 3rd.
Pitch bounced in. It's 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1. That's a strike. 2-2. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Ground ball. It hit Cavalcante. Borganski fires to first in time. A really nice play to get an out, but another run scores. Ground ball was up the middle. It got Cavalcante in the leg, and Boganski made a really nice bare-handed play. And it's 9-1 Bonner.
This game's gotten completely out of hand.
Owen Lockhart trying to extend. Top of the 4th. LaSalle just can't get outs. Good at bats from Bonner, putting balls in play, putting pressure on this defense. Good block by Borgman on that one. Just want to know.
In the dirt.
Run breakdown, 4 in the 1st, 1 in both the 2nd and the 3rd, and now 3 in the 4th. Check back the 2nd. Oh, he might have had him if it was a better throw, but Mullen
Saved it from going into center field. Lockhart's 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the 1st inning. In the third inning, he singled to right.
That one's going to stay. Oh, it hit his foot. No. Yeah, Coach Wormer didn't see the call. Foul ball hit off of Lockhart's foot and dribbled down the first base line. Coach Worman thought the inning was over, calling his guys in. Sawed him off. 2 strikes now.
And Oliver, do you know what the mercy rule is?
It's going to be, it'd be 10 runs in the 5th, I believe. I don't know if that's in play for the playoffs, though, to be honest. Swing and a miss. Borgman's got to go to first, and the inning is now over. So Borgman completes a strikeout. Cavalcante trying to get his guys fired up, and they need a ton to get back into this when it's 9-1 Bonner. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Keegan Wade is going to be the next to greet Danny Buckton. Danny Buckton threw 1 pitch in the bottom of the 3rd. He sat for a while. That one's, oh, it hit him. The 3rd hit by pitch of the game. And when you think about how long Danny Buckton was sitting, he came in. He obviously had to throw his warm-up pitches in the bullpen. Threw 1 pitch, got Mullen the line out. And he tries to get a slider over, and it hit him. So Schmitzman hit twice. That's the first hit by pitch for Keegan Wade. And now Matt Wombold coming up.
Keegan Wade in the 2nd inning flew out to the left. Matt Wombold in the 2nd inning grounded out to the pitcher at the time, Ortega, who then threw it
Good block.
over to
Cormano's having a really good day back there. He's been beat up a little bit, but good blocks.
to Rita, who's at first.
Wade off of first. Ground ball towards the middle. Flips to 2nd for 1. No chance. And a really nice play. That's Graziani ranging to his, well, it's ranging up the middle, so ranging to his right. Had to flip it back to Hernandez. And he was Ronnie Raby. And it's just, that's been the difference. When Bonner's making contact, It's just been harder hit balls that are finding gaps. LaSalle, it's a weak little ground ball for Womble. That's popped up right side. Stay in the infield. 2 down. And after the hit by pitch, 2 very quick outs.
Dan Murray's coming up.
Here's Dan Murray.
He walked in the first, flew out to left field in the third. And if Buckton keeps this up, he will have gone from sitting for a while to standing for a little, as he is flying through.
Yeah,
this
really
LaSalle
good bounce
lineup.
back. First pitch. That's a strike. And this is a really hard thing to do, if I haven't stressed that enough, to sit for a while, especially after you come into the game in relief. And then come back and just, especially, you know, you hit the first guy and you're coming back and throwing strikes, getting outs. Really impressive from Buckton so far, as he's up 0-1 on Dan Murray. He stepped off.
And the right fielder, Ryan Friel for Bonner, is playing way left of the line. So if Dan Murray can hit one down the line, Matt Womble has a good chance of scoring.
Especially with how this wind's blowing. It's going to push the ball towards the right field line. Wombled off first. Swing and a miss. That slide, that must have been a slider that was dancing, because Dan Murray looked really uncomfortable.
Archbishop Ryan still leads Archbishop Wood 1-0 in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out, 0-2.
Just show that that game's an inning and a half ahead of us, and they started at the exact same time. Timeout for Murray.
And Oliver, part of that is because that scores 1-0. This scores 9-1.
Exactly. Long innings.
And usually they're long when Bonner's up to bat.
Yep. 0-2 up high. Romano fakes a throwback. One-two to Murray. Bounces in, another good block. Clark on deck. Hoping Murray pushes Womble into scoring position for him.
Archbishop Ryan has runners on second and third with 1 out in the top of the 6th now.
2-2. That one's down. So Womble to get a head start. Being a full count with 2 outs. Outside, ball 4. Romano comes in, grabs it just in case Womble thought about moving. He did not. And with 2 down, it's Bryson Clark with an RBI opportunity.
Bryson Clark, 0 for 1 with the walk. Sorry. Really doesn't have any counted at-bats. Fielder's choice in the first inning.
First pitch. Good slider. It's in there for a strike.
Got him with the slider.
Yep, had him. You can see him buckle. He's reading fastball. You see him sort of start to commit to it, just with his shoulders. And then just gets uncomfortable as the slider breaks in. A lot of space down the right field line. Swing and miss down front. Change up there. And it's 0-2. Buckton still getting his signs. Now he's ready. Clark takes up high.
And Romano is having a good time playing with Matt Wombold. Keeps faking like he's going to throw to the base Wombold's on.
No.
First, he was faking to throw over to first. And now that Wombold's on second, he's faking to throw over to second.
Pitch. Right side. It's caught. Another line out to end the threatening inning. And we're headed to the top of the 5th. It's still 9-1 Bonner. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Cavalcante will stay out there. He'll face Cole Romano, the catcher. And I think just the noise says it all. At the beginning of this game, it was so loud. Both sides decided now a hush on this side of the PCL semifinal.
Miles 1 for 2, doubled in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third.
Swing and miss.
However, on his double in the first inning, he tried to stretch it out into a triple, got thrown out on an 8-6-5.
That one's fouled to the right side, out of play, so it's quickly 0-2. And, yeah, on that one, whoa. They're going to call catcher's interference. Wow. That's the first time we've seen that this year. So it was a foul ball to the right side. They call catcher's interference on Luke Borgman. And the runner gets on. Cavalcante laughing to himself. I mean, that's just how it's been.
Well, Salle cannot catch a break.
Yeah, everything falling Bonner's way right now. I mean, I don't think I've seen that at the high school level.
And number 5, Corey Sheridan, comes out as a courtesy runner for Romano, the catcher.
Graziani squared to bunt. And Sheridan was way off the bag at first base. Wouldn't be shocked if he squares again to see a throwback. Squaring to bunt again. Pulls it back now, swing and miss. Throwback, there it is. He's safe.
Oliver, do you think a catcher's interference counts as an at-bat?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so either. Just something you don't see often, especially from a defensive player of the year.
Foul. So that he bunted again, It kicked fair, got it between the legs of Graziani, and then Borgman watched it roll foul. Someone said the magic words back there, heads up from the other field, and it's 1-2 to Graziani. He's squared a bunt twice. See if he does it with 2 strikes. He won't. In the dirt. Throw back to first. Safe. Ooh, that one was really close.
I think the way Bryson Clark is standing over there at first prevents that from really happening because he is trying to do a back swipe instead of just...
Yeah, he's really making it difficult on himself. Again, not the starting first baseman, only Eamon Chandler, but he's hurt.
And, you know, that is a problem because lefties, they're usually normal with the back swipe.
Yeah, Bryson Clark throws right-handed. It's full count now to Graziani. There goes the runner. Ground ball, left side, foul. Luke Borgman, a really talented catcher. Can throw guys out. Hasn't been tested thus far.
He has. It's just been foul balls.
See if Sheridan runs again. It's full count, nobody out. Sheridan replacing Romano after the catch interference. That one's at the middle, it eats up. Matt Mullen headed towards third. And now LaSalle shooting themselves in the foot. That one will go down as an error on Matt Mullen. Ground ball up towards the middle, got under his glove. Now it's first and third.
And catcher's interference followed by an error. Can't see that if you're Salle, especially when you're down by 8 runs.
First and third, nobody out. Cavalcante working out of another jam. Squaring the bunt, gets it down. It's a really good one, but it's going to roll foul. Bonner trying to pull off a squeeze.
Jack Brown, 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the second. Hit a double. Ground rule double.
Squaring it bunt again. Popped it up. Cavalcante's, he's going to let it drop. Throw to first for 1. Throw to second. Tag him out, and the run's going to score. So they're, oh, wow. All right, so a lot to break down here. It's a double play because Cavalcante let it drop. They threw to first for the force out, threw to second for the tag out. Sheridan slid into home and picked up the batter's box. This is an AstroTurf field, and the slide, he quite literally picked up the batter's box.
He slid into the righty's batter's box, and Oliver pretty much said it all. He picked it up with him. But Brown bunted, popped it up to Cavalcante. Cavalcante, instead of catching it, let it drop through to first to get Brown out. And then the first baseman, Bryson Clark, threw it over to Matt Mullen. Matt Mullen tagged out Joey Graziani, and while all that was happening, Cole Romano, the catcher, was pinch run for earlier by Corey Sheridan, and Sheridan came home and scored. So the Bonner gets a run, makes it 10-1.
1-1 pitch is fouled.
Sergio Hernandez, team player today.
1-2.
1 RBI, 2 sacrifices. Struck out looking once to start the game before everything went off the rails for Declan Cawley.
Pitch. Ground ball, foul. Downstairs. And the count is full, I believe. Pitch. He did not go, ball 4. Started to check, held up. Sergio Hernandez finds his way on first. First pitch is in there for a strike. And I just want to mention it, just in case we have to. Some threatening clouds are rolling over our head. If it does start to rain, we unfortunately are going to have to put the broadcast on a hold because we have to protect the equipment here. We don't have any cover where we are. So if it comes to that, unfortunately, that's what's going to have to happen. But just a couple patches of threatening clouds here. Oh, 1. It's a strike. Yeah, rain is starting to fall. After this at-bat, we are going to have to call it.
Unfortunately, where we are, we cannot put a tent over us because the stakes will not remain in the ground.
Pitch. Bounces. Gets the umpire again. And I think, honestly, I'm going to be honest, we might have to call it right now because the rain's starting to fall. So.
Yep, most likely the outcome of this game will be Bonner.
So Bonner's up 10-1. We're going to have to leave you here, and we'll let you know if anything happens.